As a woman, you may be very practiced in your masculine energy because you learned long ago that being feminine, being soft, being receptive, being open has led to being abused, being hurt, being neglected, being victimized, and vulnerability equals pain. As a man, you might be excessively exercised in your feminine because you experienced what life was like without being nurtured, being held, being loved. That being a man was met with force and aggression, violence and neglect and abandonment. And so, in your effort to experience the world as a softer place, to be worthy of love, to be let in, you revert to femininity, to trying to be softer so that hopefully the feminine would find you relatable. And this leads to issues in our later life, especially in relationship, in how we experience life, because when a woman is overly masculine, she finds herself experiencing her reality through having to be excessively strong, always having to hold herself up, lacking support, not being able to attract the support, the love, and the affection of a strong, mature, healthy masculine, because she is so masculine. And then for a man, he might find that if he's in his feminine excessively, he then experiences what the feminine experiences, where he is taken advantage of. He is always excessively giving, being used and then discarded, being disrespected and mistreated. In essence, when we are not in our healthy feminine or masculine energy, meaning that our inner masculine and feminine, regardless of our gender, is both healthy and in harmony, is experienced through through a state of harmony, things in our lives are just out of balance. So we experience relationships and the energy from other people to be uncomfortable, to be very dense with conflict. And it's just a problem all around. So there is this narrative, and it's something that I also have spoken about, where if you want to attract a healthy masculine as a woman, which you absolutely must if you want to have a healthy, sustainable, long-term relationship, or as a man want to attract a healthy, divine feminine, a woman that is comfortable in her femininity and is in harmony within herself, then you have to be healthy and well practiced in your own divine masculinity or your own divine femininity. That does not mean that as a woman your inner masculine is distorted, because in order for your inner feminine to be healthy, your inner masculine must be healthy to support the inner feminine, and vice versa. So it's the same for the masculine as well. So it is true that in order to attract someone that is going to support you, is going to be strong enough to hold space for you as a man, is going to take care of you and not sort of be in their feminine, always needing you to rescue them and take care of them, and being in that distorted energy, then you need to be healthy in your own femininity, or as a man in your masculinity. So that is true. And at the same time, there's something else that I want to share with you that you might, it'll resonate with you, but you might not be fully aware of yet. And I want to bring clarity to this. We all have this archetype of a partner that we might experience as a fantasy. So we have this ideal partner in our minds or in our desires and in our fantasies. And some people might think that this is not a healthy thing to have because it sort of sabotages your relationships, because nobody can meet the standard or can live up to a fantasy. But the truth is, it's not a fantasy. You have this energetic, symbolic idea of your ideal partner because it is representative of your inner masculine, and for the male, of your inner feminine. We have archetypes, so you embody within yourself energetically an inner mother and inner father, and that how that energy shows up and how healthy that energy is determined by your relationship with your mother and father in your 3D reality. And your relationships, you also have an inner masculine, which is the energetic version of the partner that you are wanting to manifest, and that is not unhealthy. It is actually a healthy thing, and it is actually an archetype within yourself that you have developed based on your needs. You know what your desires are and what is right for you and what fits in perfectly with you in terms of relationship with your inner feminine. This masculine is developed to take care of you. And so for those of you who have had to be very, very masculine in order to navigate the world, to feel safe, to create the life that you want because you've not been able to rely on somebody else, that archetype within yourself that is symbolic of your Prince Charming or your ideal partner is not a bad thing. You are attracted to partners because they sort of embody and they resemble aspects of your own inner masculine. So you're attracted to that person because they show you on some energetic level, either through their personality or character or the way in which they show up, that they resemble your inner masculine. And your inner masculine is devoted to you and to taking care of you, unless it is distorted and wounded, in which case you then will not be attracted to the healthy relationships. You will be attracted to the relationships that resemble your unhealthy inner masculine. And for the men, obviously take it as it resonates, just reverse the roles. So if you have done your healing work and you have a healthy inner masculine, so if you had a good father figure and a good relationship with your dad, your inner masculine would normally really be good. If you experience trauma around the masculine, abandonment from your father, then your inner masculine would need healing. So you know where you are, right? If your inner masculine is healthy, the men that you are attracted to them because they resemble your inner masculine. And through delving into a relationship with them, they will reveal to you whether or not there are more characteristics, personality traits that are actually a match to your inner masculine, to your inner masculine's capacity to adore you and take care of you and protect you and to love and support your children. If in the relationship this person shows you that actually they do not have the same energy, value, so in other words, if my balls are bigger than the guys that I'm dating, if I'm better able to support me, take care of me, hear me, connect with me than he is, then my attraction will immediately fade. So it's actually good to have this inner archetype of an inner masculine or feminine as a guidance, because and to know how important it is that your inner masculine and feminine are in harmony, and that as a woman your inner feminine, that your divine feminine is healthy, and as a man your divine masculine is healthy, that you are in that energy in a healthy state. And how important it is for you to heal it, because it is actually a guide, it's a guidance system. Any person that comes into your experience, if a woman comes into your experience as a man and she does not have